Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Prominence 2 Modded Minecraft. You'll have to excuse my absence and the nasally congestion in my voice if you can hear it. I've been sick for a little bit. Not so long as, to have forgotten to create videos. No, that was just me being dumb. Yeah. Simply put, the reason there haven't been any videos in a while is I'm dumb. I just hadn't made a video in a while just because I hadn't. No rhyme or reason, just hadn't. So I'm getting back into it. I'm sorry for such a long delay, but now I'm back at it, and I think I know why I was such forgetful about it. Because I log back in, I start doing things, checking on things, and yeah, I remembered one really big frustration I was having. So let's stop clearing this out for a second, and I'll show you. So, you guys know I have this tree farm right here. It's nice. It's gone through several redesigns since I first put it up. And even though it's gone through several redesigns, it's still not working. Like, it works just fine when I'm on the server or when someone else is on the server, but if it's just the server on its own, it's not doing jack. Like, my coal supply completely ran out because I have this coal being automatically sent down. It's over here. I have the coal being sent down here to the farm automatically so that these crops right here will have the right temperature to actually work. So like this guy, this amount of coal is literally just from me being on for the past, what, 20 minutes? So the farm works a treat. Get it? A treat. But it just doesn't want to work unless there's a player actually online. So that's a problem. And the only way I can think of to actually get around this problem is to do what I did here for the rubber saplings. Because these guys wouldn't grow no matter what. And now these guys are pulling the same ish. Except these guys will still grow. This guy still won't. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start bone mealing. And I've got enough. Like in my system right now, I have over 4K bone meal because of my iron farm. Because the iron farm not only produces blocks of iron, but also produces bone meal. The bone meal is from, of course, the roses or poppies that the iron golems drop, which actually wires. We're just back. I didn't know you could pick up a hopper. Oops. There we go. I knew I could pick up inventories, but I really didn't realize I could pick up a hopper. Didn't mean to pick it. Either way, we need bone meal and a lot of bone meal. I have a lot of bone meal, but I will go through that bone meal so quickly, and this guy won't honestly be able to keep up because it's not a poppy farm, it's a iron farm, despite what other YouTubers may have called them in the past. That's a joke for anyone who knows it. You know it. But in order to get enough bone meal to have, like, see, that works just fine, but to have enough bone meal to be able to operate this farm, that farm, and incidentally, the crop farm, because I'm figuring instead of doing all this, this is all just going to be for looks and aesthetics. I'm actually going to be using bone meal to get the amount of, carrots and cabbage and garlic, all these. I'm just going to bone meal these as well, because why not? Shut up, phone. I'm going to have enough products, like I'm going to have enough bone meal to do it. It's just, yeah. So we're going to create a bone meal farm. Now, the simple and easiest bone meal farm that I know of is to use skeletons. But no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to, as always, over-engineer it. I'm going to go and create a moss farm. And that moss farm is actually going to be down where we just were. I don't have an elevator down there just yet, but down here, I was clearing out the area to get ready for a moss farm. Oh, by the way, our farm here is actually our, not our cow farm or our sheep farm or our pig farm. Those aren't working very well because, again, these aren't working very well. Ignore the carrots coming in. Our chicken farms, working magnificently. 20K. I've kind of shut off the chicken farm. I'm on the wrong level, but yeah, we're good on chicken, so I kind of just set it all to delete. So I'm gonna go continue getting that level down there all cleared out, and I'll bring you back with all our supplies for a moss farm. Alrighty, I got our area all prepped and ready to go for a moss farm. I even have the segments kind of already pre-prepped. I don't know what happened to that wood. I think that may have been when I was working up there. I just chopped down some of that wood because I realized that while placing this, I'm just like, hey, this is kind of weird. It doesn't remind me of this one. And then I looked at this one. I was like, wait, I've also done this over here. Oops. It's because I have a vein miner on my Leviathan axe, so yeah, it happens. It happens. But getting to it, I have some materials in here. I went with loco metal, like the riveted kind, because this is actually really easy to make. It's literally just a block of iron makes 8. And seeing as I have unlimited iron and I have so much iron blocks, I just figured, you know what, I'll use this. But we're going to be like, everything's going to be collecting like right around here ish. This is the center line because we're going off from this window, despite the fact that if you look over at the tiles and whatnot, this is, yeah, it's not centered. It drives me nuts. This building is actually driving me more nuts than I thought it would, because a lot of the builds I've done so far have relied on a one center, and now all of these are relying on a 2 center, and it's just bugging me just ever so slightly. But oh hey, a bee. Bye bee. Or was that a firefly? Don't know. Either way, so the issue I'm having right now is where to put the actual platform, because I'm thinking it's going to be like right here, like right above this block. So if we go, this is the center, this is where they'll all gather, so 3, 4, 5, that's the area that moss will turn into. So like all of the blocks above this will turn into stone, or will stone be turning into moss. And then after this is where it's just going to put a block to separate real quick. This is where we'll have the water and trap doors to push all the excess stuff off over here and into the center line. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's the maximum push distance of the regular pistons, which I have, which are in here. So I got regular pistons and I got sticky pistons because I'm going to need both kinds for the stone generator I'm going to be making. So there's going to be a piston actually right here. So gimme. Now I made more pistons and whatnot than I think I'm gonna need. Hang on, I can actually. You suck. I cannot turn you. So actually, yoink. It's a little laggy right now. I have to say. I'm lagging a little bit, and I think it might be the chicken's fault. I don't know. I'll have to suss that out. But this area has gotten significantly laggy. But piston's gonna be right there. We're gonna have 2 on either side. Oop. There we go. And so right here, we're actually going to need the, oh, thank you, sticky pistons, because they are going to bring the block up. There we go. And then we're going to have another set of pistons right here. If I'm not mistaken, they extend out. No, these guys are going to go down 1 block. So I need to move all this up a block, because we're going to have water with lava. Yeah. Let me figure out the heights real quick. Alrighty, so I believe I got the heights all sorted out. I had mentioned that this was going to be the floor, but then started building this as if this was the block that was going to be pushed. So that was just me being dumb, but I got it figured out. This, where this stairs are, this is where these guys are going to hold water. It's going to flow out to right here. There's going to be a lava source underneath these stairs that's also going to flow out on top of the water and create stone, because that's how you create stone instead of cobblestone. You have lava touch water and not water touch lava, or whatever, vice versa. So the stone will generate right here. These guys will push it up. These guys will grab it, pull it up 1 more, and then these guys will push it over. Now, I'm doing it like this because this is just the easiest way, or I say easiest, this is the best way I know to consistently make stone instead of cobblestone. So, from here, we can actually need to get up here, because this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here is where we're going to want to put some trapdoors. And I opened it and I put it wrong. All right, cool. So the trapdoors are going to do this. There's going to be water in these trapdoors. They're going to be waterlogged. And they open the right way. Seems as that mod is in here that allows for trapdoors to be opened all at once. I wonder if I can get away with just 1 redstone pulse. I don't know. We'll see. But either way, there will be water in there. And I'm being dumb trying to click into there, but I can't. And there. So the water in here will be held back by the trapdoors. Then we activate the trapdoors, the water will flow and push all the stuff that gathers on top. I'm doing this at the wrong level. Again, this needs to be up 1. Dang it. Is that where I'm building? That's the floor. This is where these need to be. And all right, there we go. And then these guys thankfully are affected by my wrench because they're part of create. So the water, there'll be stone right here where I am. The stone gets pushed, breaking up any moss blocks. Any moss blocks will then go up because blocks default to going up instead of down. The water will activate, push it off into the center. So that's good, but we need to actually do this to allow for the water channel to go. I'll also need to put slabs right here, and then right here I'll need to put on this level I need to put a immovable block, so I'll go get some obsidian. Actually, can I? No, I cannot put obsidian because that'll I can push this all back by 1 and that'll be fine. Because the water spreads 7 blocks. So, and we're only taking out 5 of it. So if we push it back 1 block, that'll be fine. It's just annoying because I've already set all this stuff up. Let me move it again. Okay, so I've got it all. I say all. I have it pushed up a block and over a block, so, you know, that was fun. I literally always make those kinds of mistakes when doing new farms of some kind. I always have to move them like 16,000 times. But for the most part, this is what's going to be here, except 1, 2, that's stone, that's top layer, that's a block above. Yeah, that's right. And then mere moss, and I still have pistons in my inventory. We're good there. So the moss block should be right there. I may have to lower that. It all depends. Actually, you know what? I'm going to lower it just preemptively because things always go the way I don't want them to. So there. So there we go. The moss block is there. This is a block of air. This is the stone layer. And then we are going to have I don't have a dispenser on me. I'm going to need one of them. This guy is going to be right here. And can I get it right? I can. There. I was hoping to get it right on the first try. I didn't. So the dispenser is going to be facing into this guy, and then on top of you, there's going to be a piston. The piston's going to face down like that. Yep. All right, there we go. So the dispenser will push out the bone meal into this, turn all the stone, or at least most of the stone, into moss as well, and then more stone will come behind it, break it, and send it off, and that's how we'll make even more bone meal, which then will cycle back into this, and then off into an inventory. So, yeah. This is the basic framework. I'm going to need to put a row of obsidian above these stairs, that's why they're right there. So, with all that in place, I just need to copy that 5 more times. 2 more times on this side, and then 3 on this side. So I'm gonna do just that. And copied over it is, as well as a little bit more work has actually been put in. Just not a huge amount. Like I haven't put in the lava, the water, or any of the redstone, but I did go ahead and put in the obsidian. As you can see, I put in some glass to hold back the lava and water, and I kind of made this like more than just bare bones. I kind of gave it actual structure. Although this I've left intentionally open because I need to be able to get in here and make sure that the stone is generating correctly and that the pistons are firing correctly. But once I do that, I may close up the front and back sides so that you can still see in. You can still see the stuff being generated, but you won't be able to actually like walk in here. But yep, all of it is in and ready to be wired up. So first things first is we want to take some of the lava and some water. And I actually probably want to make an infinite water source because I don't have enough buckets on me of water. But let me in. Let me in. It's not letting me in. I got that just in time. Okay. So we need to put water in all of these first, because if we don't, it won't work correctly. And I put that on my face, and now it's going to wash away all my torches. Wonderful. I spent so long, like, the floor itself didn't take too long to build, but placing all the torches down so that this area was completely lit up symmetrically. Oh my god. So now that all that water is in, I can now place the obsidian, and we should see that the... God bless it. But now we can place in the lava, and these guys won't do anything. They'll still keep their water, as you can see. And it is turning to stone. Now, I don't have all the lava I'm gonna need. That's kind of why I've only gotten 2 out. So hopefully this will be good enough, but I might need to put lava in every single tile, so that way it generates correctly. Okay, now the goal is to get the pistons to push up. We get those pistons to pull up, or well, grab the next block and put them up in that level. So basically it's gonna go bottom, top, middle. So we need to figure out how to do that, and thankfully I brought a bunch of redstone links and some redstone stuff. I'm hoping I can get away with not using too much. Like, I know I can just do this on the bottom. I have to break it up. Let's get some light in here. Actually, you're right where I need to put something. So that's where that's gonna go, because it's gonna send out a 15 strong pulse. So in either direction, it'll have enough power. And then we're gonna do essentially the same thing up here, except not you. Just gonna go along this way up until this last guy. And then we are going to place a one right there. And then back here, same dealio. Run a line. And put one of these back here. There we go. Now we've got all those links on. Just need to do this. I didn't mean to break you, but it's fine. There and there. Now they're all set to receive. And what I do on one side, I literally just got to duplicate on the other side, so I only have to work it out once. So, I don't have any pulse repeaters. I just thought of that. I should actually have pulse repeaters. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I've set up my pulse repeaters so that they're all ready to go, and what we should hopefully see is this is the stone itself right there at the bottom. This is the top one, and then this is the middle one. I couldn't think of any real good combinations of blocks, so that's just what I went with. So I got a 2-tick, a 4-tick, and a 6-tick, so that this way, whenever I do this, it'll just go boop, boop, boop. So we should see stone all right here, and we should see another set of stone have been created right here. So let's do it. Well, that's not quite what I had in mind. Which means I need to activate this one. So this is what I wanted to see. It's not what I saw. So I need to raise this one's ticks up a little bit. And hopefully now we'll see stone here. We'll be able to see it through the glass. And then we'll be able to see the stone jutting out. And then we'll see stone here. Oh, boop. That's what we wanted to see. That is what we wanted to see. Will you do it again? It did it again. That's good. That means that this is the setup. Now, the only thing we have to do is... Oh, you know what we can do? I can put a smart observer right here up against this block. Is this one? Yeah. And when it sees stone, I can set a filter on it to see stone, so that way whenever it sees stone, I can then have a redstone signal be sent over to this to activate it. Ooh. I like that. I didn't think of that when the last time I made a moss farm. Let me go get a smart observer real quick. Okay, smart observer is in. Put a filter on it so that whenever it sees stone, it does the thing. And now we want to do that. I hope that didn't break something somewhere else. I don't think it did. But we'll put a code on that. We'll put 2 torches. And then we come over here with another redstone link just because. Set you to that. And then what we should hear is all the things activate when we do this. That works. Oh, that works so well. Oh, I was not expecting that to work as well as it did. I was expecting some kind of nonsense to stop it. But it works. Oh, love it. And so far, I'm not seeing any breaks in, like, I'm not seeing any cobblestone. Alright. Ooh, I didn't think of this, though. I didn't think of this. Now that it's like this, I don't think... No. I didn't think of that. So this did and did not work. That's probably why I didn't do it in the last time. Because now that this stone is all the way up here to where it needs to be, it's blocked the stone from actually doing what it needs to do. So we need to actually have this set on a timer. It's a small timer, but it'll still be a timer. And that way, this will always be going. This will always be pushing up. The one up top will always be like, trying to pull. So this was a good idea. Not perfect. But now we need to... Now we need to put some bone meal in here, activate it, and this will turn into moss. Oh, I need to put some water in here as well. I forgot about that. So I just activated something and I have no idea what it was. Ouch. Where are the rest of my points? There. Alright, so we're gonna put water in here. And again, we have to do this one at a time because it doesn't flow because it's a waterlogged block. I actually could take these down and then put them back in and it'll probably be easier, but I've already torn this thing down 6 different times. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put the water in. I'm gonna put it in over there, put the redstone in over there, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so everything is in place here. Got the redstone all hooked up here for the trapdoors. The timing system's not ready to go yet, but if I remove this guy, the water does flow. And then I've got all the hoppers preload or dispensers and hoppers preloaded with some bone meal, as well as a few of the barrels have a little bit of bone meal in them. But that'll be good enough for testing. But speaking of testing, I want to test the actual creation, like how long it takes for this water right here to turn into stone. So I ripped out this little section right here. It won't affect any of the others. But what I did here is this. You know, I set it up to where there's a 3-second delay between each of the pulses. And then, you know, all I gotta do is this and see if that is enough. And the clock turned off. Why did the clock turn off? That is weird. The clock shouldn't have turned off. The clock is turning off. Is it because it's too quick here? Set it to 10 ticks. Just to see if that's the issue. 3 seconds is good. I'm actually a little surprised by that. So 3 seconds with a 10-tick delay is actually really, really good. Surprise, surprise. I was not expecting that to work first try. Now, this is going to be the little bit more complicated part, because this needs to run for a couple seconds, and then, so this will turn off, which will allow the trapdoors to flow the water. We need to time the water to flow all the way down here to send stuff out. So I've got some just junk in my inventory from doing other things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the music player on my phone because I forgot I was playing music. But we are going to set a stopwatch and see how long it takes us from the time it takes to smack this torch for the ore to go all the way down to the end. So yeah, another 2 seconds. So we're looking at 4 seconds, probably just over 4 seconds for the total wash and close. There we go. We have 3 things that need to fire again. This will be for that'll be for the water, right? Water? Yeah. It's going to hold the pulse for 2 seconds. This is going to be a delay of 4 seconds. And then this, actually, it could be easier to do it like this. So there's going to be that, and then that, and then that, and then that. So, and then we wire these up together. So it'll be, this'll go, this'll wait 4 seconds, and then it'll activate the bone meal, and then 2 seconds after that, it'll activate the piston. So do I have a piston over here? I do have a piston. I will grab a piece of bone meal out of this. This dispenser's already full. So, do I have a bucket of water? I don't have a bucket of water on me, but I can make one real quick. Bucket of water. So, this will be water. This will be the bone meal. And this will be the piston. All right. This part doesn't move, so that's why it's right here. So what we should see is the water activate, goes away. That's perfect. That's perfect. All right, cool. We've got this working. So now we could essentially turn this on. I heard a glitch somewhere. But we can turn this on. I'll go that real quick. And it'll just keep doing that until it completes. Oh yeah, look at it. Yep. And then once it gets all the stone right here. Yep. All right. And then essentially we just do that. And it works. It works. Okay, cool. Now we just got to get that on a timer and everything is good. So, ooh. Looking like we're going to have a long episode today, but I'm going to finish that up real quick, get the timers going, and then get all this stuff collecting into a composter to one of these guys, and then we'll be making bone meal. So I'll be right back. You know, this view right here just kind of makes me feel really, really tiny because of the new F5 mode. But I gotta say, what I've just done to this farm, I'm actually really, really happy and really, really proud of it. Just look at this thing. Oh, just look at it. Just look at it. It looks so good. It looks so industrial. I love it. And it is producing bone meal. I haven't quite fully set it up. It is still, you know, I still have to come up here and put the bone meal into the barrels, which I will, you know, run a cable in between. Like, I've left space. Oh, no, I haven't. I guess I'm going to have to run a cable underneath and then up. But yes, it's looking so good. I don't know what I'm gonna do right here. I might put more of these andesite copycat blocks right in here. Not too sure, but I do like the look of it. But I do have it set up to where you can turn on and off the farm with this lever, because there's no point in running it when I'm not on the server, or I mean, not while I'm not on the server. But there's no point in running it 24/7 when this fills up. So I have a chance to also make this to be able to, you know, put out redstone and whatnot to detect if it's full and whatnot. So yeah, there's things I can do. But let's go ahead and turn it on. And so it is running. It's fully running right now. So we just gotta wait for the water to do its thing. There it goes. And you can see I actually did this so that I could see up in there and see the stuff flowing in. And I made it so that there's 2 composters because the sheer amount of organic product that's coming in here is ridiculous. Like, some of this stuff was coming in so much that, look, even the belt's not able to pick it up all the way. Like, these belts are going the fastest they can, and they're still not able to pick it all up quick enough. So, 2 composters. I thought I would end up using more of the composters, but I didn't. But this is running. It's running so well. The only hiccup is, like I said, I have to put the bone meal inside those barrels to keep it running. But we are currently at a net positive. So I've checked it several times, even before decorating it. Whenever this thing runs, I get more bone meal than what it's using. So we're all good there. And that's gonna be about it for this episode. It's been a very long one. I'm sorry it's been so long since my last episode, but I hope this long episode will make up for it. I hope you all enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, y'all.